Under it, what drives Trump? A fear of fading away. What little prostitute person wrote this? Michael Barbaro. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're supposed to call yourself a journalist, and you say a fear of fading away? Oh, you decided, little boy? Because when you read this, it's nothing but empty crap.
I was about to say, it's projection. It's the New York Times that's bankrupt with a Mexican kingpin bailing them out. It's the mainstream media fading away. They're the ones fading away.
Exactly. So now, the same day, right? As they had the next day, rather, after this photo. That was Thursday, Friday. Here's Hillary in that famous, fake, happy smile with Michelle Obama. Yeah, the one that loves the rap stars that sing all those filthy, dirty, disgusting lyrics.
I'll rape you, bitch, up one side, down the other, but it's okay, because she said that Trump's bad.
Once adversaries, now allies. Hillary Clinton and Michelle Obama, not a word about the WikiLeaks. Not a word.
Let me ask you this. They're going bankrupt. They're all collapsing. This is a referendum against them. Whether Trump wins, loses, or draws, they admit they're devastated. Where do they go in the future? Give us the trends. Where do we go as the dinosaur who was discredited now collapses and rolls over dead in front of us?
Well, if she wins, again, look at her. We sent you the links here. You look at her campaign slogan. Stronger together. Oh, yeah, stronger together. That was Mussolini.
Yeah, let's stop, because here's the crazy part. Obama and Hillary use communist and fascist terminology and even the same posters. They don't care as long as it's authoritarian. So you've got propaganda of fascist Italy here from the encyclopedia. You sent us this. Gerald, for TV viewers, I'll show folks a document cam shot. Explain this to people. They think we're so dumb they use fascist terminology.
Yeah, here it goes. National and social unity was symbolized by fascists themselves, the bound sticks being stronger together. So they have these sticks bound with an axe on them. Stronger together than individuality. Stronger together. It's a global takeover. Open borders, globalization, multinationalization, stronger together. It's against individuality. Italians were called to pull together in a unity. Mussolini declared that the state did not weaken the individual. This was a part of explicit rejection of liberal individualism. Furthermore, fascism was to be totalitarianism. Fascism was not a party, but a way of life. You ready for this? The corporatist state was offered as a unifying form of politics as opposed to a liberal democracy.
Sure, that's Roman Empire, which he was bringing back, where you have all the countries they've conquered tied together with a hatchet on the top. That's the symbol of fasci. That's the globalist model today.
Exactly. Stronger together, because individualism doesn't count. Alex, we all have to be politically correct. We all have to speak their language.
So let me ask you this. We'll do that. Explain to me, why do they openly use Karl Marx quotes of lean forward, capture the future, stronger together, Mussolini stuff? And, can they come up with anything new on their own? Because they use literal authoritarian terminology, and their little trendy minions don't get it.
The reason they do it is because they know how effective it is.
It works.
Hey, it worked for Mussolini. It worked for Marx. Why not us? Because all we are psychopaths, like the ones that we quoted, and we want to get in control. So they're using a proven methodology that worked very well. Again, stronger together, the words are right there. It was the foundation of fascism because individualism doesn't count. Now, by the way, it goes back to what you were saying when I was on the last show. You were talking about the driverless cars and how we're all losing control of everything. And that's what this is. It's a totalitarian takeover. Go back to WikiLeaks again. That guy who's running Google. He's
Schmidt.
part, right?
Schmidt, they'll admit they're running the whole campaign.
And it's right there in the WikiLeaks. But the Turnip paper of record, the New York Times, doesn't have that headline there. Google rigging the elections with Clinton. They don't do that. So that's what I'm trying to say. They know what they're doing. They want a global takeover.
No, they know they're creating a global fascist order based on Rome. That's the admitted whole entire system. I totally agree. That's what Paul and Rome admits. That's what Goldberg admits. So how do we counter it, and what do you expect to see? You're a smart guy. What happens if Trump gets in? What happens if they steal it? What are the two different divergent paths?
There's no stopping the populist movements. They're going on throughout Europe. The Alternative for Deutschland Party, they just knocked out Merkel in key areas. You're looking at the Freedom Party in Austria, the Wilders Party in the Netherlands, Le Pen's party in France. You saw the
Iceland, Catalonia, it goes on and on.
So that's what the future is. It's people power. And your kind of show, what I'm doing, Paul Craig Roberts, others, Ron Paul, that we are the people. Again, you read the WikiLeaks and you see what little creeps these jerks are and how...
Did you see the one 3 weeks ago where they said we want to keep them poor and desperate and in the dark and uninformed? It's so evil.
And again, the toilet paper doesn't put it out there. Listen to Hillary Clinton's speeches at the Goldman Sachs gang. They're telling that...
I'm going to get rid of borders. I'm going to drop down wages. We're going to F everybody.
And that they're out of touch with the middle class.
And by the way, the rich billionaires know they could globally set a higher standard. And so on the left says drop up wages, but they mean that in a controlled system so you don't get a job. No, they mean global wages sunk to the lowest level to make you poor so you can't compete. It's super evil.
And then what they're using is the techno takeover to keep us in control. So that's how they're doing it. They're taking more. We're going back to look, advertising revenue in newspapers in the last quarter was down 9%. People aren't reading. They're hitting sound bites from Facebook, from Twitter, from Google News. They're dumbing us down. They're getting the masses totally tuned out. And it's going to be up to what Samuel Adams said. It does not take a majority to prevail, but rather an irate, tireless minority, keen on setting brushfires of freedom in the minds of men. We're setting those...
I agree, and I think they've backfired thinking they can use AI and algorithms to shut things down because Trump has made it a war between social media and the internet and mainstream media, and we're winning. HuMet is beating the algorithm.
And this is just the beginning. That's what we're saying. It's just the start.
So have confidence, folks, and we're not just saying this to put perfect on a pig. Gerald's right. Look at what's happening. They're in panic mode. They're freaking out. This is only the beginning. Realize the power you have and the choices you make, what you buy, what you do, what you say. When you speak out, when you give your opinion, it's not their centralized opinion. When you have an original thought, it's wealth born into the world. You want to fight globalism? Make art.
And that's very important because this isn't not only what I'm saying, I'm listening to what they're saying. They had the World Trade Organization meeting and the IMF, the International Mafia Federation meeting down in Washington, D.C. We go back to the G20 meeting several weeks earlier. Their greatest fear is the people's repulsive attitude toward globalization. They're saying it out loud.
They admitted in all their main publications to each other, The Economist, Washington Post, Financial Times, globalism's in trouble. Hillary's the last domino. If she falls, we're done. They even admit, we did rip everybody off. We did lie about globalism. We said it would help everybody. We effed everybody. We've got to be good now. That's just one more con.
And again, you look at the numbers. You realize that trade in the first 9 months of this year, global trade is down almost $500 billion.
Massive.
So the whole thing is failed. And you're seeing the revolts in Italy. They elected a woman, Virginia Raggi, 37 years old, to the mayor of Rome. Another woman elected to the mayor of Turin. You're going to see Renzi being thrown out when his new constitutional referendum is rejected coming up in December. There's a global revolution. It's a off with their heads moment in the sense that the people are fed up with the elites, and you read the WikiLeaks, and the elites are in charge. And the elites are, whether they're prostitutes for CNN, CNBC, CBS, and NPR, all of them.
They're all trash, and you're right. They thought they would have controlled corporate media when they brought in global government and austerity to control us and make us permanent serf classes. But instead, the internet they built to be a spy grid blew up in their face, and they're now realizing it. So, Gerald, we come back from break, start now. How do they strike back then? Because they know now they're not as arrogant as they used to be.
Well, they're going to do everything to stop us. And again, InfoWars is the leader out there putting out the message of peace, freedom, trust, loyalty, and morality. Those are words that don't fit into their lifestyle.
I want to get your prediction for the election. Only 5.5 days out with Gerald Celente of TrendsResearch.com. Sign up for his free Trends alerts. He also does a daily program just like we do as well. And it's just amazing to see the epic time we're in. We are winning. But will the globalists throw a fit and start a nuclear war to overturn the chessboard? We'll talk about that as well straight ahead. Then Paul Watson from London, one of our great sponsors.